Have yourself a petty little Christmas. You aren't the only one who has a hard time with the holidays. The holidays are hard for a lot of people, and I am going to read you some stories of other people's holidays gone wrong. I asked you guys to share your petty holiday stories. You texted them to me. Now I have them. I have them to share, but I also have to get ready because I'm not trying to speak badly about myself. I actually identify as hot, but I need to get ready. I need to get ready for the day. And it makes me feel like I'm ready for the day if I put a face on, if I put just somewhat of a face on. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. You guys ready? This one hurts. My mother-in-law asked my 14-year-old daughter if she's planning to go on a diet. Something has to be done about the grammar-exics. The grammar-exics, they know who they are, women of a certain age. They just can't stop talking about their bodies and about other people's bodies. I know that it is deeply ingrained. I know that this is like generations of conditioning women to be small. But if you are an adult woman and you say to a child, really to anybody, but especially a child, especially my child, are you planning to go on a diet? Immediate prison, life sentence, no chance of parole. I'm throwing the book at you. I don't even know what book it is, a legal one. You're going to prison. Okay. One year for Christmas, my mom got me this tool that you use to smash the window of your car if you were to get submerged in water. She got it for me because of her recurring nightmares about driving her car into a lake. Nothing better than getting a gift you pray you never have to use. New fear unlocked. That's a whole different kind of mom. And I am sometimes afraid that I am that kind of mom who'd be like, oh, I got you this present. Are you aware of all the horrors that could happen to you? Well, let me tell you about the horrors. You might not be familiar. And that is why I got you this present. So you're aware of the horrors, my child. I don't dream about it. I don't think about it. If I'm driving around water, I'm like, oh boy. Actually, one year my father-in-law got me like one of those seatbelt cutters and a window smasher, and I have no idea where it is. Actually, yes, I do. It got stolen when someone broke into my car. They didn't break into it. They opened the door because I don't lock my car doors. Why don't I lock my car doors? Because I forget to, but also because if they can just open the door, maybe they won't smash a window. Although one time someone did smash a window, and you know what they took? My lipsticks. Sick. Absolutely sickening. My lipsticks. A whole collection of them that I kept in the car for emergencies. So, My birthday is January 4th. I'm the youngest of 6 kids, 2 others of whom have holiday birthdays but before mine. No one wants to celebrate anymore come January 4th. I always got pie for my birthday. Not cake, pie. No kid wants pie. No kid wants to be born around the holidays. If you are considering getting sexual, don't do it 9 months before the holidays. Lock it up. Lock it up. Do not have a December, January baby. I say this as somebody who was born December 28th. Yes, I was 3 weeks late. No, they don't let babies do that anymore. I was like, you can't make me be born. I won't do it. My birthday is December 28th. Nobody wants to party between Christmas and New Year's, and apparently nobody wants to party afterwards either. I hear you. Justice for holiday babies. Anything that starts with ex-mother-in-law, I'm in. I'm on your side. When my ex-mother-in-law gave me a nurse gift every year, so this is from a nurse, and nurse items, ornaments, pillows, and figurines, they're all mice. Why are nurses characterized as mice? I threw all of them away. I'm unfamiliar with nurse gifts or gifts for nurses that you know. I was not aware that nurses were being characterized as mice, and I don't know if I support it if you don't support it. I'm a mouse apologist. If you tell me you have a mouse in your house, I say, okay, well, make room for him. All mice are boys. He's a traveler. He's weary. Make him up a little matchbox bed to sleep in. You now live with Stuart Little. What a gift. What a gift. Make room. They don't take up a lot of room. The Christmas after I turned 16, just after I got my driver's license, there was a trail of candy canes leading from our Christmas tree to the garage where my gift was waiting. A new bike. Not what my newly licensed 16-year-old brain anticipated as I opened that door. You know what? Your parents knew. They knew exactly what they were doing. I'm projecting. You are a senior millennial who grew up seeing Lexus December to Remember commercials. So was I. We were personally victimized by the Lexus December to Remember marketing, which made it seem like a perfectly reasonable gift for anyone, man, woman, or recently licensed child, was a brand new Lexus with a bow on it in the driveway as a surprise for Christmas. When I was 16, I did not have my driver's license. My dad drove like a Toyota Corolla, and I thought that I was going to get a brand new Lexus with a bow on it for my birthday. Fully delusional. My birthday's 3 days after Christmas, so at first I thought maybe Christmas, then I thought, no, my birthday for sure. No. I like waited by the window. Any minute now, any minute now. And as somebody pointed out when I shared that on Threads, it was a December to remember, just not in the way that I thought it would be. Okay, I like this one. My mom worked really hard every Christmas to make a beautiful dinner. My aunt took her turn at hosting and served us chili, saltines, and celery sticks. I am that aunt. Okay. I'm the hostess with the leastest. And also I believe that what your aunt was practicing is one of my favorite hobbies, which is weaponized incompetence. If you do a bad job hosting, then your very capable older sister, I just have a feeling your mom is an oldest sister. The person who hosts like really well is just like giving oldest daughter syndrome. That was your aunt doing weaponized incompetence and being like, oh no, I did a bad job. Oh no, saltines, chili, and celery sticks aren't enough for a holiday feast? Okay, darn, you want to do it next time, Barb? Look, my mom and my aunt, they know how to host. They know how to throw a beautiful event. That said, kids in the Midwest in the 90s didn't want gourmet food. I did not want their gourmet food from like Bon Appetit or whatever like magazines they were getting their inspo from at all. One Thanksgiving, they made mashed potatoes and they added beets to the mashed potatoes. Beets. The mashed potatoes were pink. They weren't good. We just wanted effing mashed potatoes. It was already like a gourmet turkey with like extra flavors on it. We were like, we want just regular USA potatoes. No fancy stuff. Stop trying to make this fancy. And like we were on strike from eating. My cousins and I were so deeply upset. Like deeply upset. If had therapy been available, we would have been unpacking that in therapy. Okay, messing with somebody's, holiday feast is tricky business. We asked my mom if she needs help cooking dinner. She says no, and to get out of the kitchen. She refuses to talk to anyone the rest of the night because she has to do everything. I love passive aggression. It's plausible deniability for you to be like, I had no idea. If you don't tell me that you have a problem with me, then you don't have a problem with me. And I don't have a problem with you having a problem with me. So when people want to do that, I'm like, okay, cool. Looks like we're good. You said you had it. Oh, you're not talking to anybody? Oh, that's mysterious. I'm not going to interrogate that any further because you are an adult and you can tell me your needs so that they can get met. We really do have to meet our parents and other generations with like a lot of gentleness because they did not have any access to mental health care, self-awareness. Like this is our generational privilege too. Like they got to buy houses and amass wealth and we get to go to therapy. I don't know if that's a fair deal. Our first Christmas together, my then boyfriend, now husband, gave me all the same gifts he gave his mom. Yankee Candle, Bath and Body Works, slippers, perfume. Oh yeah. Donna and I got the exact same ones. Donna is such a good mother-in-law name. If you are named Donna, you are born to be a mother-in-law and to raise a son who's like, oh, girlfriend and mom, both women, get him the same gifts. You married him. And so I'm going to assume that he's a treasure and that he was just like seeking operational efficiency and that he has since improved his gift giving. My brother-in-law was a fresh basic training graduate who had tons of money to spend. He bought everyone beautiful gifts and everyone got at least 3 presents except for my husband and me. We got none. Damn, a real message. I received a real beaver tail fresh from the freezer. Fresh from the freezer? Not even wrapped in tissue paper. Would it have been better if the beaver tail had been wrapped in tissue paper before being removed from the freezer? I don't know if we're going to top that one.
2 seconds later.
Yes, we are. My mom threw a bag of unwrapped presents at me and my sister and said, Merry Christmas. Oh boy. Moms are just people. Parents are just people. And guess what? People are often the worst. I have to remind myself of that. It's like, what will my children remember of me? Will I remember all of my mom's patient moments with me? No, I'm going to remember her ejecting the Destiny's Child mix CD that I paid somebody to make for me because we couldn't burn our own CDs. You needed a special CD burner and only one kid at our school had one. Kyle, I was driving. My mom was mad at me. She ejected it and threw it out the window on Highway 100 in Minneapolis. And I said, great, now you littered. My dad gets me a box of clearance Cub Foods food. This is like a Minnesota discount grocery store that I never eat. I'm talking beef stew in a can. I actually love that. SpaghettiOs. SpaghettiOs, the taste lingers. It haunts you. When someone mentions SpaghettiOs, I can taste it because it tastes like stomach bile. It really does. It tastes exactly like throw up. Canned chicken noodle soup. I cook all home-cooked meals and he still does it anyway. I always donate it to the food shelf. You know what? Pray for fathers who never learned how to express their love and feelings and are just, out here giving us discount groceries that we didn't ask for. I received a Hannah Montana sticker book as a 16-year-old from my evil step-grandma. New level of evil is evil step-grandma. Evil step-mom stands to reason that, she was spawned. She was spawned from somewhere. Evil step-grandma. Yikes, 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 yikes. Also, I got a thing for people who mess with like kids. Like, you have to be a special kind of petty to have a child join your family that they didn't ask to join. First of all, kids didn't ask to be born. They didn't ask for their parents to divorce or split up. They didn't ask for their parents to get remarried. They didn't ask to be added into a new family. They are there completely against their will. And if you cannot welcome a child into your family with loving, open arms, you're also going to prison. You're going to prison. Okay, I don't know what the charges will be, but as soon as I go to law school, that's going to be my focus, is just I'm going to be prosecuting petty crimes like this. And you might say, she didn't break any laws. That's for the jury to decide. And I'm also the jury. So good luck. As a child, we were late to my grandparents on Christmas Eve, and my grandfather met us at the front door and threw all our gifts out at us. Grandpa, get a grip. The kids didn't drive. Okay, kids, and by the way, kids don't like to be late to stuff either. Also, get a grip. Imagine the world that we would be in if the greatest generation, the silent generation, and all the boomers had access to mental health care and self-regulation and self-love. Imagine the world. My mother-in-law stands for the national anthem during football games on TV. Okay. So while we're all trying to disassociate from the holiday, we've got that to absorb and deal with. This is my first holiday season going through a divorce. I made nearly every part of the dinner for my ex-wife's family's Thanksgiving meal. This year, instead of inviting me, they asked me how to make everything I made for them. My mom bought me a gorgeous sweater that she'd seen me admiring. Literally 5 sizes too big for me. Okay. I'm tall. I'm 6 feet tall. Now they make clothes for tall people, but they didn't when I was in high school. My mom bought everything for me. I weighed 120 pounds. She bought everything for me in size 2XL because her main concern was that the arms wouldn't be long enough. Lady, I'm trying to show off my A cups. I'm not really worried about if my wrists are covered. God. For Christmas, I received a class with a lesson on how to avoid eating carbohydrates. My grandma has mailed my mother rocks or rock-adjacent hard objects in the same box as glass plates, glasses, etc., multiple times. By some miracle, nothing has broken yet. Also, yes, rocks. Oh my God. I'm vegetarian, which my brothers-in-law have known for years, and they still forget. This year, they even put bacon in the mashed potatoes in a roughly equal ratio of bacon to potato. That is messed up. That's messed up, and that's so rude. Also, my dad, may he rest in peace, definitely believed that my brother-in-law's dairy allergy was all in his head and used to encourage my mother to just add a little cream to the soup. The cream wasn't even a cream-based soup. My dad just was incensed by another man putting his wife out. Which my mom was not put out by at all. She was like, I'm literally just making a meal that he can eat without crapping his pants. My dad was like, no one tells my wife how to cook. And she was like, it's literally fine. I'm not worried about it. So apologies to Jeremy. You definitely had a dairy allergy, and I don't know why my dad was so resistant to it. I think because we're from the Midwest, and he was like, you can't just be a lactose intolerant, and I think just the word intolerance makes it seem like it's a choice, oh, you're being intolerant. You need to practice dairy tolerance. Be tolerant of lactose. Okay, this is gonna be our last one. We're at my parents' house. My dad asked my husband to help bring folding chairs up from the basement. My husband responded, you have a bunch of pot-smoking sons in the basement. They can help. And we packed up our stuff and went home. Merry Christmas. I mean, someone had to say it. We're gonna read one more because this one's long and usually the long ones are juicy. Okay, my brother brought his lover to Christmas before he was divorced. Okay, first of all, Lover, so gracious of you. Lover is such a, I would never, none of my brothers have ever had lovers. That's just my personal, that's not allowed. Okay, before he was divorced, we had a mega fight where I chucked an iPod at his head. Then we decided via text to make up at Waffle House, a place where families typically come together. So I ordered. Right after the food came, he got mad and stormed off after throwing down a $50 bill for an $11 meal. Show off, but he left bacon. That's a crime. Exactly. So I grabbed the bacon in one hand, wrapped in a napkin, I'm not an animal, then jumped in my car to follow him to work it out, and I rode his rumpus. I rode his rumpus hard on the interstate, changing lanes, following him off the exit, then pulled into a hotel. He got out of his car. It was not my brother. It was not my brother. He said, "What the hell's wrong with you?" I said, "You're not my brother." He said, "Thank God for that." I love it. I love it. I love it. Look, the holidays are stressful. They're stressful for everybody. Nothing is going to go perfectly. Release your expectation that everything should go perfectly or even well. Lower the bar so low that anybody could trip over it. You have to remember that C's get degrees. Okay, so go get a C. Go put the C in Christmas. All right, go get a 70.0% skin of your teeth, okay? You don't have to be perfect. You don't even have to have a great time. Have a happy-ish holidays, and I hope you make it a petty little Christmas. I'll see you back here again at some point in time. I want all your petty little Christmas stories. I want all your grudges, all your bad gifts, all the little things that you're hanging on to. Put them here. Put them in the comments, or you can text them to me, 612-568-4441. And maybe I'll do another one after the holidays because I love grudges. I love pettiness, and I won't text you back. Or I mean, I will if I need to, but like, you know, if you text me, I'm not going to get you, you're not going to be in like I don't know how to scam you is what I'm going to say. I would if I could, but I don't know how. So also if you're a person who knows how to do like different kinds of fraud that I could get involved with, let me know. I am joking. Also open to feedback. Okay, bye.